Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a union read for you. It is March 8th, 2019, so it's all about strength. The day adds up to 23, which is a 5, which is the King of Wands. So we have strength, which is ego, right? Can be. And then the King of Wands. So there may be some ego coming up here today around the masculine energies. But it's also about inner strength and the man of passion's inner strength and him learning to tame his ego, his inner child, right? So also in the read today, 3 queens came up. So there's some interesting information around that stuff as well. When I was doing the read, well, first when I went into my inner child and my twins' inner child to see what they were up to today, it took a while for it to come up. New ideas were sprouting, so that's definitely coming up for the twins. So they're feeding each other back and forth etherically, as well as 3D, depending on whether you're together or not. But the new ideas were sprouting up, but I also saw them, they were sitting in the middle. I always see them either in the middle, like integrated within, or one on each side in their separate corners. Today they were in the middle on the bed, but now today they were on 2 chairs, but they were kind of faced away from each other. But then they were scooting their little chairs into each other to be next to each other, and then as soon as they were next to each other, they weren't close enough, so they both kind of turned to each other and looked. And then it was the divine feminine and masculine as their little children. So she was smaller than him. And then when they got together, they actually looked at each other, and then she hopped on his lap, and he was cuddling her to comfort her. So it was really sweet. But that energy was coming up, as well as the ideas sprouting from them. And that was at 35, which is that wounded warrior, Mary Magdalene energy. And then 55 came up as well a lot today about the truth coming out. Oh, and then when I put the foundation down, because the foundation is the wounded warrior, I was literally seeing the crucifixion and the resurrection, because it was like it's the world and the sun reversed, and then next to it, but above it, was the hangman awake. And then above it is sitting the Queen of Pentacles, above him on the cross, showing Mary Magdalene's participation in that time. So that was very cool. And when I got that, I was getting don't let the sun go down on me, and also let the sun shine in. And then I was getting the lashes. So from Jesus Christ Superstar, where I said 1, dun, 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 2, dun, 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 because I go through the 39 lashes. And then I wash my hands of your demolition. Die if you want to, you innocent puppet. Alright, so then it goes into the end of the movie. Dun, dun, dun. Jesus Christ Superstar, which is like going into the resurrection, and Spirit's connecting with me right now. Okay? So all of these energies during March are all about the Garden of Gethsemane and going into the crucifixion and the resurrection. So everything that you hear this month, relate it back to that, because it's all going to pattern back to that. The read today was done at 10:07. The initial Sirian Starseed deck was cut at 9:42, which is the Hermit, the Wise One, the collective consciousness of the 9, and then the 42 is the 2 of Cups, the connection between them. So that was very significant. And then the 10:07 and 1s and 7s and 0s have been coming up like crazy yesterday and today. And here we have again 10:07. So the major arcana for the read, for this union read, were Solar Deity and Tower, which in the Sirian Starseed deck are the Sun and the Tower. There were 2 Pentacles, 1 Sword, and 5 Wands. So a ton of fire in this read today, and 1 Cup. So a lot of action, a lot of passion, could be some conflict, headbutting, that kind of stuff. It didn't look really negative in that sense as fire, but it was very fiery read today. And then only 1 Cup. The numbers, there was no numerology card on that line for the coding, so it was a little more simple today, but the numbers coming up were 11, 44, and then of course 14, which comes up every time I do a read for a twin. The Temperance Angel comes up as the first card. 11, 44, 12, 14, 46, 69, as well as 96, 1 of the Magician, and then 97 was actually the number for the coding line. 96 and 1. And 96 is the reflection of 69, which is that that Ace of Pentacles, which keeps coming up repeatedly along with the Temperance card, that new life of contentment and balance. So the reflection of that would be non-contentment, non-balance, and then we have the Magician, which is manipulating, and then we have the Tower and the Seven. So there's something happening today with justice, mastering. It's calling you definitely to master today your angelic patience, your wisdom. The Six of Cups is coming up here as the inner child, the inner children coming together, offering flowers to each other. And then the 69 of that new life of contentment, that new start, the diamond in the rough being exposed. And then the 2151 also came up, which is one number of 4 digits, 2151, but it also breaks down to the World and the King of Swords, which is often representing the Divine Masculine and his logical self. So there's completion here, achievement. I was getting the Magician, the Tower. So there's Magician is manifestation, but it's also manipulating energy. With the Tower, using the energy of the Tower to make a big change for justice. Atlas is that mastering energy, and then Temperance, having patience, wisdom. The Six of Cups, the children in the garden, Garden of Gethsemane, and then the Ace of Pentacles, which is that new life. And then the World with the King of Swords, right? A new world. I'm just getting now, it's a whole new world. So we're seeing Jesus and Mary Magdalene in the Garden of Gethsemane, here is what I'm getting. So the coding had to do with mastering 9, which is representative of the Hermit, the wise one, the collective consciousness, and also is getting Master 9 and S9, which is specific to the feminine collective consciousness, and the Tower, that we are all one. Master, the Hermit, so your isolation, your wisdom, love, and the Tower, all one. Master wisdom, love, expansion. Support urgent endings. I, Divine Feminine, are the toe for urgent new beginnings and an urgent race. So anything, so if there are any urgent happenings, definitely the Chariot was coming up yesterday, as far as someone being taken into an ER, that kind of energy, so that might come up. It's you to be the calming factor in these situations. In the 11th hour, mastering the 11th hour. Love to the nth degree, ET, our race, our ace, okay, our ace in the hole, ETs. It's saying love to the nth degree. Use your ET, your, I was getting our connection to the galactic races here, because that's part of your lineage. But also is getting entertainment tonight. So there may be some entertainment coming up for you tonight. So just be prepared and be present. Stay present. So as we get into the read is sudden exposure. I did take a picture already, yeah. I'm going to try to pull some of these cards to show you as I'm going. All right, so the underlying exposure was the Sun with the King of Cups underneath. Okay, just showing his right eye there. Okay, so it's the Sun exposing. And I was getting southern exposure here as well. So sun exposure or southern exposure to the King of Cups right eye. There's a sudden fight between Scorpio and Aquarius air signs. Vicious attack to get a reaction or cause depression and knock the Divine Feminine energy down, because she's going to feel the masculine and she could be participating in this energy as well. Or sudden realization of the Divine Masculine that there's no communication due to loss of hope of the Divine Feminine, or an Aquarian. So it's either a negative Aquarian or the Divine Feminine who's lost hope. The masculine's masculine, his inner masculine, is able to see now. To see was coming up, so someone's going out to see. And then I turned the page, it was 1027, so there's your 1s and 7s again. And then it says, I master. And masculine's recognizing himself as a master. Also mastering the justice of the karmic X, that it's his responsibility to manage those issues. The underlying signs that were coming up were very few. Just the underlying energies was Leo reversed, Scorpio upright, Aquarius reversed, Taurus, not sure which direction, could just be neutral, and then Pisces was upright and reversed. So it could be 2 people or 1 person with both energies. Commitments, establishments, priest, tradition, church, state, work, marriage, God, contracts, government, Taurus, any of those. There's a rush here, a rush in, or sudden silence to attack Queen of Swords, Divine Feminine, speaking truth about 5D connection and sharing, teaching, and learning with others. The Divine Masculine, so the fight energy was coming up twice, as the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords both reversed in the underlying energy, and then again in another pile of underlying energies as the Knight of Swords coming into the Queen of Swords again, but they're all only upright cards, so I'm not sure which energy they're in. So they could be both energies, like flip-flopping, or they could just both be this vicious fight, or just an attack to trigger someone on purpose. The Divine Masculine meditating with sword of truth across his legs, all whole sacral root area, marking his territory, that which he retains control of. So maybe he feels totally out of control except for this one thing. I control my own, my own sacral energy, my own creativity, my own sexuality. Wanting to share his side of the story through meditation with the Divine Feminine on her natural brick platform, green and pink with multiple layers, stone brick overlay and natural runner on top. And then and then my neighbor's cat was just, I looked up because in today's read, I kept seeing associations of the pictures and the cards were exactly like in my house. So at this point, I looked up to see if I saw something in my house, because when you're looking at these cards, sometimes you never think of what's in your house, and you look around and I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what's in my house. I look up and there's the cat in my window, so there's definitely feline energy coming in here. So it could be Leo lurking around here. And they were just pretending like they didn't know I was there, and then I'm like waving to him, and all of a sudden he's like, oh. So it's funny. But anyway, the cat came up to the window, was just standing there with his profile, and then he looked in at me and then looked back again. Okay. So all a step down from soft green and pink, heart, compassion, connection from 5D. He protects her crown etherically with portal of love, 2 swords to 1. He will always allow her to triumph, allow her thoughts and hear her words, while he keeps her grounded to raise him up etherically. Okay, so this is masculine saying this. I was getting blue of protection and peace, pink of love and compassion, that he sees that God sends messages through the messenger of truth of the Divine Feminine with their 5D connection. Grounding and integrating stuck emotions of grief, the King of Wands may have a leak. So it could be physical or someone who's leaking information. Sad to know that someone wants to stick it to him. After having given so much, there's a spy exposed. And that was that cat coming up, okay? So that may be a Leo. Unrequited love came up as the underlying energy, and underneath that was release your ex. So this is for both. If you're not with your ex, it's about clearing your energy. So whether it's clearing your energy of an ex that's still around but not living with you, or just clearing energies in your home, okay, or within yourself. Clear any of those old energies of unrequited love. Exposure of twins with surprise attention. Reflection of legacy at the Divine Feminine's home with red flowers and white to gold curtains and 2 heads on the window. Which was funny because I was looking up, and then I have 2 composer busts, like bookends, on the window. The Divine Masculine's coming in to find the Divine Feminine, potentially, if he's coming forward, to find her drinking juice as opposed to something like alcohol or Coke or something bad. But seeing her drinking juice that's healthy with apples and doing very well, but just feeling stepped on. Possible corset or cosmetic treatment, or just hasn't showered yet. Meditating for messages. May be how he's seeing her. He could be bilocating, or coming in etherically to see the feminine as well. Different Divine Feminines with couches, red, white, and burnt orange. 24 karat gold picture frames above the couch that makes the couch look red in shadow reflection. So this could be like perspectives of the masculine and how he sees things etherically. The karmic on more tailored buttoned couch that's hard and not comfortable, right, because it's for looks only. Possibly drinking something not good for her, sweet or soda or alcohol coming up here. The Divine Masculine doesn't know what to expect with the feminine. He only knows what he's used to and what he knows of the Divine Feminine. The truth aside and matching backsides, ankles and feet without armor. left on the floor. So it's definitely saying armor or clothes left on the floor. At home, his food left on red couch, tired of a mess, possible kids, and or karmic spread, and her stepping all over him. As she tries to get his attention for sex, and possibly with food all over her, so this could be her purposely putting food on her, or just because there's food all over the house, right, and she hasn't picked it up. He is distracted by what he sees online while he's with her, or TV show, showing his disinterest while thinking of surprising divine feminine. The underlying energy here was adventure, which is number 55. So again, the 55 comes up with the truth, which is the Ace of Swords. And by the way, the cat at the window is at 1103, if that means anything to anyone. Underneath adventure was moderation, which is the 14. So here again we have 55 and 14, which the Ace of Swords, the Temperance card 14, and the, what else did I say was constantly coming up? Now I can't, I'll think of it in a minute. But anyway, the Angels card and the Truth, oh, both the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, which is that new life, are constants right now. So adventure's coming up as the underlying energy. Moderation was below that, so it's like both the masculine and feminine getting a handle on moderation, staying at 0 point, and ready for their adventure of truth. Or it could just be a teenager, like this stuff that was coming up around the couch, the red couch. A teenager home late who's passed out on the couch drinking, and the masculine's coming up as tired of cleaning up after them or having to deal with their issues. And it was 11:17. All right, so we started the page at 10:27 and ended it at 11:17. So again, it's confirming those energies for us. Before I forget, too, yesterday I went for an appointment where I was just going to be laying around for an hour or two. So I offered the person who was taking care of me, if there's anything anyone they want to try to connect with, that I would. So, and someone I knew because I've seen her many times before. So I did offer that to her, and it was very rewarding actually. So don't forget to help these people. Within the couple hours that I was there was a whole lot of messages that I was able to bring to her from this person who had passed, who was young. And everything I said to her, there was nothing that she said was not correct. And actually I was able to possibly expose some information that they weren't aware of, and she's able to now go and ask someone to confirm that information. So again, so for those of you who don't know, I do channel. I don't do those formal channels very often because it does require a very meditative place for me. I need to lie down and meditate for you. So those are like the perfect circumstances for me to do channelings for people, because I'm lying down for a while and they come in to check on me. I give them the messages I'm getting. So if you'd like that, you can. I won't do it for less than like an hour session though, because I need that time to get into that state. But anyway, my point of bringing this up is to make sure you don't sell yourself short on your talents, you know, and practice while you're out around other people. Even if there's things that you're not sure about what your talents are, experiment, you know, don't be shy. You never know what's going to come up. Let go of the outcome. If you're guided to do something, don't worry about it being right or not. Just know that you're being guided, and it's for the highest good no matter what the outcome, okay? So continuing with the read, 3 kids are showing up in the underlying energy in a 3-way heartbreak or separation. The Page of Swords reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, and the Page of Pentacles all reversed. At work, disbanding. Not getting along. It could be siblings or partners or family alliance or employees, all acting like bad children. The blue, the mouth. The red, the one who has temper tantrums, and the spender, or the green one, right? Who either spends too much money or is totally unmotivated and could be seen as lazy at work. I was getting that 333. 3 kids not talking, not working, separating because can't see eye to eye. The 3 musketeers no longer, regarding making money or practical affairs, creating. The Page of Pentacles to go off on their own, needing a loan or possibly opportunity or invitation. Frog legs and show off coming up here. Like Kermit and Miss Piggy, no longer, right? The masculine's going to now stand up for himself and not be bossed around by Miss Piggy. And it's so funny because I watched Mr. Pig last night. And that was such a sweet movie if you want to watch it. I love him. Anyway, Mr. Pig. So Kermit and Miss Piggy no longer. which is funny because in the movie, it's about this pig farmer with this pig that he loves. So it's a divine masculine with a literal pig as opposed to Miss Piggy. So funny. So that movie might have a good message for you in it. Green legs and fancy pants tried to piece together their differences. It may look good on paper or on the floor or ceiling of their home or work, but not good between them. 2 feathers in his cap revealing sneakiness and vice grip. And in my read yesterday, I was getting someone's finger in a vice grip or literally their penis in a vice grip. So that's how masculines are feeling right now. I was getting 2 feathers in his cap revealing sneakiness and vice grip. A lathe, cutting machine with constant firings. So someone might be turning over a lot of employees. The peacock looks at the page of pentacles with 2 of her feathers in his hat, like he plucked her. Green beret and rolled hair. So the green beret, my dad did a green beret salute to show a doctor's salute to another doctor. So it could be coming up as military, but also French, because it's a beret, and also doctors, okay, because it's green with the green surgical hat. So 2 of her feathers in his hat, green beret and rolled hair, looking at peacock like, I eat birds like you for breakfast. This is the masculine energy saying to possibly the divine feminine. Like, so it's saying that he's never had to work for attention. He's always gotten too much attention. Now a bird has got his attention. He doesn't know quite how to handle it. Knocked him off his block. Lucy telling him, you're a blockhead, Charlie Brown. Sending him back to childhood days of insecurities and separation from self. Mean big sisters or girls at school. Doesn't mean your divine feminine is sending that same message. She adores you. And then Lucy came up, and when I was doing the read yesterday, and Richard's been coming up all week, and that came up with the message I was getting for John Pryor, that doctor I was talking about. But also Ricardo is coming up, and Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. So that's definitely coming up, that dynamic between Lucille Ball, okay, and Ricky Ricardo. So that might be a dynamic of one of the masculines and his karmics, or it could be a masculine and a divine feminine. It just depends on your situation, your personality. The King of Wands is healing by keeping his eye on unconditional love through complete exposure, so not keeping secrets anymore, and sharing unrequited love. An imbalance in karmic relationships, now with truth as an adventure and staying balanced. Recently, the divine masculine's heart is warm, and this is a union energy read, but it's coming up a lot of masculines, so I haven't forgotten its union. This is just what's coming up for you guys. The divine masculine's heart is warm. Now that the worst is over, on a quest for attention, but negative self-talk or stalking or bipolar behaviors. And so I'm going to show you, this is the recent past, okay? So this is the divine masculine's heart, the 4 of crystals. I always see that as the divine masculine's heart. He's in the back cave, okay? The foundation here is the wounded warrior. So here's the wounded warrior from this deck, showing his scars and his dividing line. 2 misaligned flames on one side, on the right side, and 4 flames on an angle on the other, leading to the top of the pyramid on the left, the union journey for which he sides. Not much fight left, but he's wiser. His world is a mess without his sunshine, incomplete and drained or ill, with possibly kids all over the place. Time for Jesus' crucifixion, with Mary Magdalene, Queen of Pentacles, grounding above him the whole time to help him, while he felt above her before, in a world better than hers, just couldn't see her timeline, which is coming up from the divine masculine. The signs that came up for the body of the read were Scorpio upright, Taurus reversed, Aries reversed, Sagittarius upright, Capricorn upright, Virgo upright, Libra upright, Leo reversed, and Pisces upright. So the only ones that were reversed were Taurus, Aries, Leo. Okay, so that's your focus for the negative energy coming forward. Leo, Aries, Taurus. Centrally at 1144, centrally is the union, the four flames that we just talked about underneath it. Okay, so now we have this card in the center of the reed, the center energy. This is union energy. And we just had this card below it. Okay, so that I was just telling you about. This was above this, and on this side, it was covered like this. There was only two flames showing on this side. So you see how he's siding with these four, and they match the union up here. Okay? So this union energy, the four flames, in a split, needing clarity, uninspired, possible temper tantrums, not in power, and trapped like a prisoner. So this could be both the masculine and the feminine, because don't forget, the wounded warrior turned upside down is Mary Magdalene. Fantasy Queen of Swords is challenged by the Tower coming in, passionately riding in after divorce for the masculine, or it could be feminine. There's a separation or break in contract, or someone just spiritual or in an alternative lifestyle after betrayal or bleeding out for new love, or a child at work. So someone might have gotten hurt too. There might have been some ambulance energy. Suddenly dumped family and or overwhelmed with transformation, death, and rebirth, now understanding what it is to be emotionally fulfilled and breathe new life into work and creation. Crowning the reed is truth. The wounded warrior lost faith in their knowing. Unsatisfied with sovereignty and purging cycles, healing and forgiving. The wounded warrior is victim mentality, that you fall on your face when you disconnect from yourself, or get drunk, or overindulge as a single with everything, thinking that you have it made. When you disconnect your knowing, doing this, like getting drunk, disconnects your knowing, and then disconnects the new life that you wanted, that new life of contentment, because of your arrogance. If you're single with everything and you're coming up arrogant, that's not good, because it's like that person who thinks they're all that and that nothing can hurt them. They're disconnected from their higher self. So sudden truth around jealousy coming up here. The angel and the devil are coming up here waving. This also can be one person, or it can be one person, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or it could be a Sagittarius and a Capricorn separately, the angel and the devil. The devil's waving at new love with message of love, shedding light on it, and then deliberating harsh realities of death, betrayal, bleeding out, nightmare with kids, watching abuse, and justice. For new love, through or for work, tugging heartstrings of the divine connection, trying to ground and integrate the offer of love he ignored from the masculine here, and still ignores to this day if he hasn't come forward. The truth is, when you refuse to see, you will be dissatisfied, no matter how much money is offered to the angel, when if the devil waves, they drop everything to go back to their old ways of jealousy games that do nothing but destroy lives. Okay? So it's saying, it doesn't matter how much money you have, or if the divine masculine, for example, came back and offered a new life to the divine feminine, if he's still in a state of mind where if the devil waves, he's going to run right back to his old ways, okay, of jealousy games that do nothing but destroy lives, when that's really just his insecurities showing. Okay, the kids of divorce use what their parents taught them. Was it unconditional love for them, or using them for tools of ego? What do you want your children to learn? Manipulation to get their way, or connection, truth, and balance? Soon the diamond in the rough is exposed to be polished, coming together to lay down swords, apologize, and find justice, that truth and balance between the divine masculine and feminine. The Queen of Wands is looking the other way as usual, because that's the way she's been coming up all the time the last few weeks. The Queen of Cups is focusing on her emotions at present, in conflict or expanding, but both watching what's going on with Robin Hood and his merry men and Peter Pan, taking from the happy and giving to the dead, okay? And the Queen of Wands is attached to this, and she's looking the other way. So again, this energy of not taking from the rich, but taking from the happy and giving to not the poor, but the dead. You know, the relationships that are dead. Like, why are you still feeding the dead when it's not for your highest good at all? They're not even alive and bad. They're dead. Okay? So then the Queen of Cups is coming up as destined for satisfaction, happiness, even if there's conflict around her or if she's on her own. This is the whole point of separation, to find your security on your own. The union is the two flames connecting, or the connection, letting go. They're learning to let go of things, but also letting go of some savings to fix up their life or their home or move. The King of Pentacles may be spending some money and doing work in the yard. The High Priestess, in her knowing of her and her twin, he is offering her flowers. And if not in reality, definitely in the etheric realms. There's definitely peace here between them. And also could be her secretly in knowing of her, but he is offering her flowers. And then Where Have All the Flowers Gone has come up again. So I was guided to get the lyrics to read them to you, because the message is very clear. That was at 12:14. So here we have the 14 again. All right. So the lyrics from Where Have All the Flowers Gone? And mind you, it's by none other than Peter, Paul, and Mary in the Garden of Gethsemane. Where Have All the Flowers Gone? By Pete Seeger. Where have all the flowers gone, long time passing? Where have all the flowers gone, long time ago? Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls have picked them, everyone. When will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn? And so the verses all repeat with the same lyrics, except for 2 lines change each time. So the second verse is, where have all the young girls gone? Gone to husbands, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? The third verse is, where have all the husbands gone? Gone for soldiers. They've gone to war, everyone. When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn that now that they've gone to the graveyard, where have all, and the flowers, where have all the flowers gone? Well, the young girls are coming back again to pick them. It's just showing us that it's the cycle of life, right? Life and death. Flowers to young girls, to husbands, to war, to graveyards, to flowers. But this has been the past. It doesn't have to be now, okay? This is how it's been. Right? So that the parents lose their children to the husbands, and the husbands lose their lives to war, and then the wives lose their lives to the husband dying, right? But then the deaths go back to the graveyard to again plant the seeds for new life again. So we're breaking these cycles. Okay, it's very clear. These are repeated patterns. Let's break them now. The Divine Feminine is picking flowers, and the Divine Masculine is cleaning up home for her arrival. New love, retreat, getting to know each other, engagement, heart-to-heart conversations, and wedding all came up from the romance angels for the union. Around the union, or how it is seen, is 6 flames of attention. Good news, but which flame to pick? It seems obvious. One is huge and burning bright. Legacy family is the smaller one. Rising up, levitating to move forward on a higher plane, the masculine. The Knight of Pentacles is now aligned with flame. Can't miss her light. Surprise! Clear blocks of the Queen of Wands, the home, and what they shared together, and the death of their relationship, and with kids, and priest watching, walking right past them. Clear blocks of until death do us part, all right? That's a 3D manifestation. It has nothing to do with who you are, okay? And for the twins, it doesn't matter if you die or not. You're still connected in the etheric realm. So what does death have anything to do with? What's love got to do with it? So Tina Turner's coming up again. Look at her relationship. What's love got to do with it? Well, everything. But that wasn't love because she was being abused. Okay, so clear blocks of until death do us part. Life is not about sacrifice. With the twins, we're already connected. We don't need to die to be connected. And it's not till death do us part. When in death, we're connected. We don't part. We're all connected in death. She may be aligned with the home and the marriage, but not to him. There's no judgment here. Just be happy on your own, Divine Feminine. All right? Send them love. They have to work out their contract. And when it's done, it's done. Allow things to naturally play out. The truth will set you free. The King of Wands confession in offering the truth. And then the numerology deck came up here. It's all really significant. Intuition, synchronicities, effort, relationship change, and love partnership. The Queen of Cups, Leo, is Queen of Wands in lack, possibly drinking. Leo, Libra, Sagittarius may be one specific triangle on journey to offer help with the truth. King of Wands, confession. Someone might be using confection sugar. Maybe too sweet, right? Strength and justice of angels on journey to March, and here we are in March, to unity. What happens in March? The beginning of the year. Aries starts mid-March. March to unity. Groundbreaking, crown opening truth. Excalibur has been pulled. Words have always been the Divine Masculine's weapon of choice. Now, divine timeline. There are two Queen of Cups here. One with Leo or Sag and the other one with Libra and or Earth. The Queen of Pentacles with the upper hand, higher vibe connection, Leo in need of help, money, schooling, or opportunity. The Queen of Wands is in lack or with mother who's ill or difficult, where mother could be the Queen of Cups drinker, not the karmic. The Queen of Pentacles may be able to help the Leo, offer love, but stand her ground in regards to overworking or not working. Okay, so if someone needs help and the Divine Feminine offers to help, whether this is a karmic in her life or the masculine's life, whether the karmic needs her help and she offers to do this, it's okay to be compassionate, but you also still have to stand your ground and stand in your truth and not offer to do something that's not resonating with you. There's a creative block at work and coming together due to purging. I'm definitely coming up here more for masculine than the feminine. So, maybe difficult focusing at work because of the purging cycles. Three queens here could also be sisters or a clique of gossipers with a bad boss, or a mother who's difficult and sick, or three different women of the Divine Masculine or his employees. The three pages not getting along at work or church or school or at a place of co-creation. The King of Cups is being exposed as the wounded warrior, the twin flame, with attention and success in Batcave. The Divine Masculine's heart at home or in union with a sudden event of new life for the Queen of Wands as truth comes out about the Queen of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles, or they're one person, or the Divine Feminine and her mother, who's ill and being taken care of. Queens could be karmics and Divine Feminine with sister, two, or two feminines who are both twin flames together, whether they're a couple or just friends and working together. The truth of their relationship may come out now, though. So if it's friends, it could be a parting of the ways. And if it's a union, it could be a union of two feminines. The Queen of Wands in some sticky situations. The Queen of Cups is focusing on love, and the Queen of Pentacles, security. The sun warms the Divine Masculine's heart, healing the wounded warrior in union truth, suddenly, twin flame, new life, rough, with attention from the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, and possibly Queen of Pentacles' sister, who thinks she knows everything, okay? So I'm not seeing, the Divine Masculine could be dealing with children, so it could be three grown children too, if there's three women here. Whether at work or home, exposing all in order to heal and forgive. Masculine learning now, can't keep any secrets, everything has to be exposed. The wounded warrior at home, with truth and epiphanies, though challenging, the twin flame's new life needs polishing and attention around union of the Queen of Wands about the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles putting their 2 cents in too. But twins not affected whatsoever, okay? So it's just, it's going to be a different dynamic. There's so many different situations that could come up with this, okay? So don't make up stories that aren't true. Whatever applies, apply it to you. And if it doesn't apply, don't make it fit Okay, but there's definitely 3 queens here. So someone could have 3 sisters. Someone could have a karmic and 2 sisters. We have a union here, so there's a lot of people between the 2 of you. It's definitely showing the Queen of Wands and the... I'll show you the other cards. This is the challenge card, which is the Tower. This is how the union seeing each other, and this has come up several times in that union position, how you're seeing each other. You're seeing each other as twin flames, both of you. The card around you, this is the environment, or how you're seen, is the 6 of Wands. And this is the blocks we need to clear, is about the Queen of Wands, the karmic energy. Okay, and you see in this card, like she's got her hands in everything, and there's false light on her head, and that's why for me it always comes up as a karmic energy. And then here's the truth. This is the crowning card, the truth, with the dolphin there. So there may be some Lemurian or dolphin energy or Atlantis energy. And then this is the outcome and the card after the read, where the Queen of Cups and then the Queen of Pentacles. So obviously she looks more friendly. She looks more cold. Okay, this is the one who's coming up to you. She thinks, you know, the sister who thinks she knows everything. So her tensions may be good, you know, or she may be going through a rough time as well. So you may be called to your family to help them out in their situation. So there could be some divorces coming up there too, not just between the twins. All right, so I'm gonna, let's see. I don't want to make it too long, because then, you know, nobody wants to watch when I make these videos too long. But I will pull the oracle cards. We'll see how long it goes. I want you to see the pictures of... Alright, so this is like the pictures, the cluster where I saw like the crucifixion of him on the cross with the Queen of Pentacles on top. Okay? And then also what I was seeing, like everything in my house was like this cluster of pictures. Right? See where the red flowers are in the curtains? I mean, that looks just like my window, and I actually have red roses sitting up there. And you see how it looks like there's 2 heads popped above the cards in the window? And I have 2 busts, like bookends, but they're music composer busts sitting on my window. Like there's literally 2 heads on my windowsill. So it's pretty funny what comes up sometimes. So, okay. Alright, I'm sorry, I keep going back and forth. So this is the basic read. And then the full read. Okay. Alright, so let's get going with these oracle cards, so we don't go too long. I have the Ascension deck. Everyone take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Alright. So, this is March 8th, 2019. For everyone watching, in the best and highest good of all who's concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And this is going out to Jesus and Mary Magdalene today, okay? What is it that you want us to know? What is that guidance? The bottom of the deck is Lord Kumika. Can you get any more? Oh. Ah! Sorry guys, I don't want to lose the order of the cards that came out. Okay. Bottom of the deck is 42. Okay, that's the 2 of Cups. Lord Kumika, the affirmation is, I call on Lord Kumika to enlighten and support me. And he's the 8th ray. And works with Metatron, okay? Purification, enlightenment, communication. The first card that came out on its own was 36, Lord Cthulhu. Number 36, which is that 10 of Wands, right? It's that you're carrying so much weight, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, that you're going to fall in a minute. Also can be a confession if it's reversed, right? Or dropping all those burdens. So 36 is Lord Cthulhu is the world teacher. In his incarnations as Saint Francis, Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal, and Melchior, one of the wise men, Lord Cthulhu practiced harmlessness, love, and wisdom. These energies are encapsulated in this card, so you're encouraged to spread knowledge and spiritual truth to others with humility and inspiration. Be ready to learn, for Lord Cthulhu is drawing your attention to something important. He's a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, those who take in and transmute the pain of the world. If you're sensitive to energies, ask him to wrap you in his light. And the affirmation is, I am open to learning and teaching. Okay. Okay. So it's definitely regarding some of the masculines being ready to come forward. Maybe those who didn't like to be in the spotlight before, now are being open to it. So we have numbers here. I'm not going to read all of these because it's just too much, and I want to get to the other cards. But we had the 1, and then we have 3, 1, 3, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have the tower again, because it's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Okay, so it's the tower energy. Okay, so be ready for surprises. I'm not going to read the others, but I will show you the other cards that came up. Commander Ashtar's number 39, so you can actually read that on your own on the computer screen. 39 is the Knight of Cups. We also have 12, Air, which is the Hangman or Wisdom. We also have Saint Germain, 34, which is the 8 of Wands, right, which is the arrows of love. It's also that heated exchange or expressing your feelings. And then we also had the Unicorns, number 22, which is the Fool. What you see is what you get. And number 4, which is the Emperor, the gold and silver violet flame, to use all those energies for transmutation with all those fires that are coming up in the energy today. All right, now for the past life deck. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Past life deck. Take a deep breath. Ooh, ha. Clear and alive. Filling the empty spaces with only beautiful organic love and light. Alright, so for the past life deck, it's March 8, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Jesus and Mary Magdalene, can you please help us? What is your guidance? What is your guidance? Let me just do it this way. Ooh. Alrighty, so we have authority figures at the bottom. Authority figures is the gavel, so there's definitely court stuff going on. Okay, but you see there's light, there's sparkles and light around the gavel. Alright, so spirit's involved with that. It's the underlying energy. One card came out on its own, that's ships. Okay, it's been coming up a lot lately. It's about opening up the blinds, taking the blinders off, but your ship's coming in. It's really beautiful and clean, pristine. And it still has some connections, but for the most part, it's very pure. The wind in your sail, the wind beneath your wings, it's all there. An ocean of love at your fingertips. That's what I'm getting. And a little nervousness. Rose hips just came up, rose hips. And she. Rose hips, he loves your hips. She. P.S. She. Yeah. Be proud, always wave your flag, your particular pure flag, wave it high. The next 3 cards that came out together, or 4 cards actually came out together. We have Wisdom, we have Vows reversed, Atlantis, and High Priestess reversed. Okay, so these 4 cards came out together. Okay, so you have the High Priestess reversed. Atlantis. So there's a pillar underwater there. And then we have vows reversed, and the unicorn is wisdom. And you notice they're all very different colors. We have the magentas, pinks, and then the greens, and then the browns to yellows, and then the grays, the black and white of it, the purity. You notice that the unit is saying that you notice the unicorn has a horn. Use it when you need to. It's so beautiful and white. I mean, look at this guy, how pure and beautiful it is. Wise. So the wisest of energies have a horn on their head, right, to protect their own spirit, their heart, their home, their higher connection with the world. To protect your own temple. Break vows again that are no longer necessary for your highest good, including marital vows of the 3D, if it is no longer for your highest good. There's a flame, a match lit above the vows that's reversed. It's showing me it's a false flame. So someone that you might have thought was your twin is not. Atlantis, so those are not people who are not together, those are people who are together who need to break up. Atlantis is the two dolphins swimming in harmony in the light of the sun and the rays. Not even paying attention to the pillars that are reversed and negative and have fallen down to the bottom to a shallow grave or a very deep one. And then the high priest or priestess is reversed. Make sure that you stay present to stay in your intuition. It'll be clear those that are no longer for your highest good because they won't be in their intuition. And that should be clear for you, these pillars that are falling. So the pillars of the community that are falling because they don't use their intuition. They're not connected to their higher self. They're saying that's how you know who to let go of. And whoever swims with you smoothly through the waters, it makes it obvious of who you should be with, who matches with you and goes with the flow, and it's easy to be with. Who's wise and doesn't feel stuck no matter what they've promised. They know that change is just a natural way of life. So that's what's coming up here. And then so here we have 6 cards altogether, because also phobias came up. This is phobias means fear, basically. Let go of your fears, okay? Remember, anytime you're in fear, it means you're not in love, so you know that's not correct. Yes, you have your ego to protect you from falling off a bridge and things like that, obviously. But let go of the fear that you know that the universe is always taking care of you, okay? And that those court decisions will work out for the best. Just have faith and trust. Even if it seems like they're not the best turnout or outcome, don't look at the outcome, because there may be a reason for that. Okay, this is for Journey of Love. Take another deep breath. You can't see the whole picture always, so that's why you have to have faith and trust. Clear and align. Clear and align. All right, so again, it's March 8th, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of always concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? This is from Mary Magdalene, Jesus. What is your guidance for us? What are you doing? Okay, the bottom of the deck is Rings of Time. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll see where that goes. Okay, 44, that's that mastering energy, the weight of the world upon your shoulders of Atlas, but also the Rings of Time is the underlying energy. And I see a person sitting here focusing on your hips, or somebody in a wheelchair. Focusing on your muscles and your bones especially, your structure. That's important to focus on your hips, the health of them, the alignment of your hips. That's what I'm getting. Because those are like the wheels of the car. If they're not rolling right, then your whole body goes out of alignment. That's what I'm getting. All right. So the first card came out was 68, drop into your heart, which I'll read. But I'm going to show you the others, a few of the others. The others are just out for numbers. The breaking came up, and that is number 65, the King of Pentacles. 68 is the Page of Pentacles. And then 67, the Swan. 67 is the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, so perfect. Because yesterday we had the Page, Knight, and King of Wands. Today we have the Page, Knight, and King of Pentacles, okay? So it's showing a different aspect of the masculine energies. That they're all coming on board. The Innocent, the one I'm reading to you, is the Page. That's the dropping into your heart. The Chokeres, the Snail, to take your time and let things happen naturally, be smooth. And then we have the Knight, who is black and white, right? The Knight of Pentacles. He's also slower, though. He's very deliberate. It's a bird on the branch. Sometimes the bird's colors blend into the air. Because he's not seen as being there. Because he doesn't require attention. He doesn't require feedback for the good work he does. He does it for the love of it. This is very important, that message. And then the breaking is the King of Pentacles. When you have a breakthrough and you master your manifestation abilities, how wonderful that is. Getting through to the vortex. Having cracked and broken through the crown and the cyclone of energy and made it all the way through to the center, to 0 point. Okay. Also then Dream a Little, the King of Swords at 51 came through, and I'm not going to show you anymore because a lot of cards came out. So let's see, we had 1, 1, 2, 1, which again was the space between the words. We have 2 individuals, and then the 2. So that came up before. Before it was 2, 2, 1, 2, and now it's 1, 2, 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. There you go. I knew there was a message there. Okay. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we have 1 to 1, then we have 4 of the union. Then we have 2, 4, 2, 3. The union goes down to 3. Then we have 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and then the last bunch is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last bunch that has 7 cards, guess what card's on top? The Crucifixion. Okay? That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like showing me the lead up to the Crucifixion. 1 to 1 contact coming into union with the 4. Then going back down to 3, because maybe you come together with your masculine, you may spend some time together in a home, but then he still has to go back and do some other things, so then you basically become 3 again, and then 2, and then it's 1, 1, well, there's 4 1s, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then after the 1, 1, 1, 1, right, which is a very high vibration, but not quite aligned to 0 point. It's showing me, it's like you're at this high vibration, you're 4, 2, 3, 2, and then you're going 1, 1, 1, 1, right? You get really close to the center, and then you go to 2, and then boom, you're at 7, which is the Crucifixion. And the 7 is the Chariot energies, and the 7 is that spiritual energy. And just take in the feeling of that. Okay, have compassion for your masculine, for what he's going through. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There you go. Twin flames, 2 of wands. I love when they do that. So cool. Those are your messages. I'm going to read that last card for you. Drop into your heart. Number 68. Okay. 68 says, there's a place of light within that no darkness can touch. It cannot be shamed. It can never be made impure. It is never lost or darkened or unavailable to us, though we may forget sometimes, sitting in a darkened room and not realizing that we can stand up and walk into the light so close to us, just on the other side of the doorway to the heart. Whatever may arise, great joy, great sorrow, drop into your heart and offer it to the divine, gently bowing your forehead into your hands in prayer. Connect mind to heart. Let yourself have some peace. It wants you, you know. This oracle brings you an offering. The divine would like you to offer whatever is bringing your heart trouble, or, of course, joy. The divine would like to receive this from you as a gift, that it may return to you some special blessing. Place your hands at your heart in genuine reflection. Perhaps you may choose to offer your heart burden or your light now. Either will be joyfully received by the divine, and you shall be graced with a gift in return. So anything that's bothering you, offer it up and let it go. Surrender it all. Surrender the good as well. Okay? To say thank you for everything. The longing is the poem here. The dance to move beyond the feeling that draws me forward to a place born within that calls my soul to feel complete. So the longing, the dance to move beyond the feeling that draws me forward to a place born within that calls my soul to feel complete or whole again. Okay? Okay. Alright, so I think you have everything. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you? I'm thinking there is, but I've forgotten. Okay, guys. Drink your water, get your rest, but most of all, be good to yourself. Just let it go. Everything's fine. Everything's perfect, just as it is. Rise and be loved. Bye.